So what's coming up is love and relationships, and most definitely that's going to be the theme again this week. Welcome to my weekly energy forecast. I'm Louise from Louise Live, and I'm here to share with you my intuitive insights for the up and coming week. So what's going to happen in our cosmic weather this week, and how might that affect us, and how can we work with it to our advantage? So we actually are carrying on the same theme from last week, and thanks to that beautiful full moon in Leo and that magnificent alignment in the sky of Venus and Mars. So what's coming up is love and relationships, and most definitely that's going to be the theme again this week. So could be playing out two ways for you. You know, relationship issues may be coming up to the surface. You may be having a look at some things that you might need to be dealing with. You may be kind of just starting out on a new relationship or about to meet somebody new. And also it's about a lot of self-love. Yeah, that kind of word love is lingering over the next few weeks. And as I say, that's because of some kind of magic that happened in the sky last week. So knowing that that's going on in our kind of planetary environment, we know that it's going to affect us here. So my advice to you this week is to really have a look at your relationships. So primarily look at your relationship with yourself. Practice self-care, self-love whenever you can. Yeah, there's, that beautiful school of thought that, if you don't love yourself, it's unable to have others love you. It's kind of, if we can't get that, what we allow in is very limited. And there's also a kind of lot of, thoughts around, especially today, kind of if you put yourself first, then that could be selfish, or if you seem to be kind of nurturing self too much, that could be, indulgent. And I don't believe this is the case. I feel like we really need to, especially under these alignments, really have a look at that self-care, really have a look about where we place ourselves in that kind of line. Are we standing at the front or are we standing at the back? Yeah. We have to keep our bucket full. We know we're living in, big times, and there's definitely big shifting, incredible shifting happening right now. And we need to keep our bucket full. Yeah. And we are the ones who fill our own buckets first. Yeah. So self-care, whatever that looks like for you. Yeah. I've talked about this for the last few weeks. I told you last week it was going to really come up big, and it's really continuing. If you look after yourself right now, it's going to pay off in big ways. Yeah. And I practice what I preach. Yeah. Last week I went to a retreat for 5 days. Yeah. Really kind of indulgent self-care, filling up my bucket. Yeah. And I went without guilt or, and I really was able to switch off. And that was my choice. Yes, most definitely, because the environment that I kind of left was, taken care of. But it was a choice. I could have spent time worrying. I could have not engaged. I could have, but I prioritized. And I really ask that everybody, find, even if it's, you don't have to take 4 or 5 days, even if you take a morning, an afternoon, even a moment, 10 minutes in the morning, just to go, okay, where am I at? What do I need? How full is my bucket? Yeah. And then let's have a look at our relationship with others. Yeah. Our relationship, our friendships, our intimate relationships, or if we're calling a relationship in. Yeah. This is the theme right now. This is what we need to be working on. Because if we work on it while the energy is supporting us, we reap a lot of rewards. When we work on this stuff, when the energy is not so supporting, it's a bit harder. So if we learn to really live in alignment with the universe and, you know, what the planets are kind of shining light on for us, life becomes a lot easier. We become like we're living in the flow. Yeah. And we know that when we live in flow, it's so much easier. We're so much happier. So just think about that word, love, for a moment, and how you can practice love this week. And remember that there's all different types of love. Yes, there's friendship love, there's intimate love, there's self-love. Yeah, there's a combination of all of those. Yeah, so there's different ways. And there's practical love, you know, respect, loyalty, caring, sharing, even saying sorry when we need to. You know, sorry to ourselves or sorry to someone else. This is all acts of love. Yeah, being compassionate. Yeah. There's so many ways that we can practice loving and love. And really, right now, as I say, that is totally what the planetary energy is pushing us to do. There's some beautiful alignments towards the end of this week. Again, on that kind of relationship front, a little bit more on kind of intimate relationships. You know, this weekend, Friday night, perfect date night. Yeah, the kind of cosmic weather is creating a beautiful environment. So take yourself on a date or go on a date or arrange a special dinner with your loved one, because the energy is really supporting this. And you know, when we have these beautiful alignments and we work with them and we really fill our bucket up, then it kind of takes us through, you know, and it's always moving and it's always grooving. But if we take, as I say, these moments, we fill up that bucket so it's just overflowing, then, you know, when we're going through other things where maybe the focus isn't on relationships, we know it's there and we know it's good. We know that our self-love is, you know, looked after. Yeah, our relationships are solid. So really have a think about that this week. Have a think about how you can work with that energy. Yeah. I don't feel like there's any, I feel like it's an easier week. There's no big, you know, there's no full moons, there's no big connections happening. So it's like we can really work with what's lined up over the last week, the last few weeks. Yeah. And really kind of bring ourselves into the present, look after ourselves, you know, really focus on where we're at, our beautiful relationships. Yeah. That beautiful love, you know. And, you know, love and relationships are kind of why we're here. I mean, our whole life is one big relationship, isn't it? A relationship to the internet, a relationship with people, places, things, food, exercise, drinking, you know, it's all that, isn't it? So have a look at where you may need to have a little delve this week. Yeah. And if you need a little bit of help and a little bit of support in your relationships, that's okay too. Because there is most definitely, you know, if those relationships aren't rock solid, then there could be some, you know, things being highlighted, triggers being pulled, you know, stuff coming up. Yeah. And we don't look at that as a negative. We go, wow, I'm really kind of being forced right now to really observe my relationship, really see what's shifting, really see where I'm at in it, really be able to voice what I desire. And if I can't do that, and if we can't do that together, then we bring in support, and that's okay. Yeah. And then as this energy passes and you've done the work, you can move on to something else. And it's not, you know, a fragile foundation, it's solid. So that's my take on this week. I think it's a beautiful week. If all you did was practice self-love every day, it would be a great week. So with that, I send you lots of love, and yeah, have a beautiful week. Enjoy this little bit of kind of not so hectic energy. Yeah, enjoy just kind of where we're at and kind of what we're looking at without kind of anything else kind of falling on our laps. Yeah, sort through and look through, you know, where you're at. Yeah, come out at the end of this week feeling, yeah, I'm good. I'm really good. I feel good about myself and I feel good about where we're at. Yeah. Have a beautiful week. Please, if you enjoy my forecasts, please like, share. If there's anything that you would like me to be talking about, then please leave me a comment, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you next week. So have a beautiful week.